Really, I'm hood rich. I'm really a star. I can't wait to be famous. 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 Really, I'm hood rich. I'm really a star. I can't wait to be famous.
Really, I'm haunted. I'm haunted by hundreds.
Let's keep it 100. You got. What up, though? It's your boy Common Sense, man. And we already know that common sense isn't common. Alright, so today, man, we got Dr. Umar Johnson. And he dropping gems. A lot of y'all need to hear this. Alright, so we finna check it out. I'm your boy Common Sense. Like the video, because liking the video is more important to the YouTube algorithm these days. Subscribe to the boy if you feeling the content. It's a reaction. Let's go.
A woman that white women are more attractive.
Man, I want to ask you something Columbus Short said.
Right here, pay attention.
He said he got some heat for saying that black men are dating outside their race because most black women are raised by single mothers and absentee fathers and taught a don't need a man mentality. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, here's what I would say to my brother Columbus Short, and I'm a fan of his. Are we not all victims of the systemic oppression and injustice that racism has introduced into our community? So just as you have black women who didn't grow up with their father, you have black men who didn't grow up with their fathers or their mothers. In other words, why is it acceptable for the black man raised by a black woman without his dad to reject a black woman raised by her mother without her dad? I think sometimes black men can be guilty of a double standard where we want a perfect offering when we ourselves are not a perfect offering. And to that point, I think black men need to recognize the fact that one of the reasons we have so much conflict with black women is because we don't operate on a masculine platform with our women all the time. We tend to operate on a female platform. For example, when a woman gets angry, rather than you trying to understand your queen non-emotionally. See, you can't have both people in a relationship with a low emotional IQ. Because if both people in a home, if you and your wife both have a low emotional IQ, if you and your wife both have a low emotional IQ, y'all gonna argue over everything because nobody says, I am not going to emote over this. I'm not going to deal with this with feelings. I'm going to use reason and intelligence. That's what the man is supposed to do. But guess what we do? Raised by single mothers, many of us, we reflect right back to them that emotional trauma that they throwing on us. So in essence,
bro, he's speaking modern day gospel for real, for real. Listen, you can be raised by your mother and your father and still be lacking emotional intelligence because your parents might have not knew. To me, this is a new term that I just started hearing, that I just started being aware of and just started practicing to try to become better on within the last 2-3 years. So the single mother shit, bro, they putting it on a single mom, bro, but it can also, you can still have both parents and still be lacking this shit. We all need work, bro. Ain't nobody perfect. Like he said, it was a systematic type of situation that has the black community going through what they're going through when it comes to fathers not being in a lot of our race lives.
you have two females arguing, although one is in a man's body. Black men have to start being masculine and less feminine. All this cattiness, this back and forth between black men and black women on the internet, that is feminine and feminine. Masculinity don't operate like that. Masculinity wants to understand where the woman is coming from. Masculinity wants to then intervene, study himself, evaluate his behavior, and try to level up to where she needs him to be. But arguing back and forth with women as a man, that's anti-masculine behavior. What we really need is some testosterone shots. We need more testosterone because black men are mimicking female behavior emotionally and they're not even recognizing it.
I know a lot of women who have high emotional IQs who don't get caught up in the petty back and forth.
Yes, sir.
Either.
Yes, sir. Yeah. But normally, more often than not, it's supposed to be the male. Sometimes the woman does have that, which is good, but that also speaks to the fact that the women are becoming more masculinized and the men are becoming more effeminized, not in terms of sexuality, but in terms of personality, the way that we are engaging each other. And the back and forth male-female thing, if we want to get real basic about it, you're dealing with two traumatized people who have not healed themselves.
Yeah.
And now they're trying to make a healthy relationship. Two unhappy people cannot make a healthy relationship. It is impossible. You cannot get water from oil. You can't get oil from water. If she's traumatized because her father abandoned her and he's traumatized because his mother chose her second husband over him, you got to deal with those unmet childhood issues. Most of us are still dealing with unmet childhood issues, and we're given the responsibility to our partner to heal us from demons that can only be healed with our parents. My wife can't undo what my mama did. I got to work with my mama. Your husband can't undo what your daddy did. You got to work with your husband, but because we don't want to go back into the pain, because we've often eliminated those people from our lives, we just say, you know what, I'm going to have to work on this with my husband. I'm going to have to work on this with my wife. They can be a support for you, but they can't be the solution. We have too many spiritual vampires floating around the black community. These are emotionally toxic people who don't present themselves as they are to the opposite sex. They present their social self, their psychological mask, and you don't realize who they really are, Envy and Charlemagne, until somebody gets pregnant, y'all move in together, get married, or get engaged. The whole time y'all were dating,
speaking facts.
it was perfect. You see, I've been dating my queen for 10 years. We never had an issue. Get married, divorced in 6 months. You know why? Because once y'all moved in that house together, your ego no longer wants to lie to her, Envy.
That
Your
representative
ego no longer wants to lie to her, Charlemagne, and her ego doesn't want to lie to you. So now you start seeing things that you never saw 10, 20 years when y'all were dating, because in close proximity, the ego drops its mask.
Damn. Dr. Umar ain't playing today.
Yeah.
Listen.
Hey, he definitely ain't playing. Listen, that message right there, look at this face. This is a serious face. That message was some shit that we all needed to hear. I don't give a fuck who you is. Out that message, bro, you definitely could have took something from that. I wouldn't be surprised if they removed Diddy face from this background, bro. He got too much shit going on and it ain't good stuff, so I would not be surprised. Listen, man, Columbus short. We all not perfect, all right? We all, in a way, is victims. That don't mean we need to run around this motherfucker playing the victim race or running the victim race or playing the victim card, all right? But at the end of the day, we all are not perfect. These motherfucking men on this internet, on this YouTube thing, they be going back and forth with the women talking about you shouldn't be dating single mothers. Black women's attitudes be this. They ain't worth nothing. Leave them alone if they this, that. Man, listen, bro. Learn yourself first. Once you learn yourself, you will understand what traits that you will want to see in your spouse. You will understand what traits that you don't want around you. And you gotta bump your head. So shit. Date what the fuck you gonna date. Single mother, no mother. I said no mother. Single mother, both parents, it don't matter, bro. You gotta go through those trials and tribulations to understand what you like and what you don't like, man. Alright? I'm your boy Common Sense. Like the video, because liking the video is more important to the YouTube algorithm these days. Subscribe to the boy if you felt the content. I'm doing what I always do, and I'm signing off. Peace.